What's up, cuties? Welcome to Chit Chat with QT. Join me as I discuss hot topics, celebrity news and gossip, reality TV show recaps, and more. Everything that I discuss are my own personal opinions for entertainment purposes only. Now, before I get started, please make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and sit back and enjoy. All right, cuties. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. Let's go ahead and get into this viral story coming out of North Carolina. Now, my cutie crew and I, we discussed this last night about bees that overstep their boundaries, and the biological mom has come out with the truth. So if you are not familiar, I am going to go ahead and show you what kicked all of this off when it comes to this story going viral. There was a senior night, event, and the biological mom, the dad, and the stepmom was there. The son requested that his biological mom and dad walk him around that field. Now, the stepmom came out and said that she raised that boy, and that is not the truth, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this video first. Then we're going to get into what the biological mom had to say about all of this. Shout out to the North Carolina Beat. Let's go ahead and take a look. I want you guys to pay attention to body language. The son is hugging his biological mother. The stepmom is there with a senior mom shirt on. I'll get into that in a little bit, as well as the father. Also, pay attention because the stepmom wanted to walk and hold the son's hand. The son didn't want it, and the dad told her no. Just a little brief history. But let's go ahead and take a look together.
Attending a 4-year university study construction management. And again, he has 3 years to take anyone out. Up next, we have number 21. Morgan Price.
Okay, now, if you guys take a look, you see that the stepmom is holding the rose and the number of the son and everything. And you guys are going to find out how that happened. This is unbelievable. But I want to make sure to go through a lot of things that the stepmom started posting on live. Pictures with the son, made posts. Wow, how did you get to 17? Blah, blah, blah. Report cards and everything else. Okay. Which would lead us to believe that what she came out here and said was the truth, but it wasn't. Excuse me. She said that her and her husband has had custody of that child, and that is a complete lie. Now, I want to go ahead and show you guys the video from the biological mom. She breaks down everything. Do you hear me? Everything. She has custody of her son and has had custody of her son. So why would this stepmom, lie about all of this? Why would she lie? Crazy, crazy. Let's go ahead and take a look. Shout out to the bio mom, because regardless, for me, let's say she didn't have custody of her son. If her son requested that his mama and daddy walk him around that field, it was the duty of that stepmom to step her ass on back somewhere. Period. But the chick lied. Let's go ahead and react to this video.
So basically, I did make a post on my Facebook page that went viral. The post has been made well over a week ago now. when I made this post, it was not intended for nothing about this post to ever go viral. I never wanted for my son to have to go through this in the first place. I didn't want to go through this. This is the first time I'm ever having a senior. He is my oldest and my firstborn child. Without telling all of my son's business, because I feel like my son is about to be grown. He's a person, you know, this is not fair to him. First and foremost. So I have a problem with the fact that the world think that they about to sit here and go back and forth about my son's personal life, my business, and you don't even know me or our life for a can of paint. I did feel like that there was a problem on how the situation was handled between me and his father for my son's senior night, but not on my behalf. I called my kid's father on Wednesday. Senior night is on a Friday night. Wednesday night, me and my son, both in my car right here, while I picked him up from school, called my son's father. Me and my son co-parents with our child. My son's father, I'm sorry. Thank you. Make a long story short, me and my son's father tries to co-parent. We really do. I'm zipping my coat up for my job because I got my work shirt on, so I have time to take it off. I have time to do nothing, so don't got time for that. I still have to think about my personal life. Me and my son's father tries to co-parent. He gets my son every other weekend and every other holiday, which is his side of the family is included with him. So stepmom, siblings, everybody, they are all included. I don't care about a relationship that my son has with anybody on that side of the family. No, we do not get along. There's been a lot of things going on between us in the years that's passed, personal about my son, where my son had to spend one school year and with his father. One school year, 6th grade year, my son attended school down in Pitt County. I did whatever I had to do to make sure that my son was right back where he wanted to be at. His father signed for it, and we still shared, as we always have shared, joint custody of our child. My son just decided to primarily be with his mom. So that's where he's been at since, again, first I'm at kindergarten, born up until 6th grade. At 1 year, his dad sent him to school. There's nothing wrong with that. His dad is a father. I've always wanted my son to have a good relationship with his father like I've had. No woman should ever want to take that away from any child of theirs, or you're really delusional, you're bitter. You got a problem, because I ain't a bitter baby mama.
All right, so I'm going to pause real quickly, especially for the Cutie Crew members, because you guys know when we discussed this last night, the stepmom indeed said that they have raised this child since 7th grade, and that is a complete lie. They had the child for 1 year and 1 year only. Let's continue.
That I've always had is that I ain't never had a problem with none of my baby daddies, wives, exes, girlfriends, fiancés, whatever you want to call them. I have a problem when you keep overstepping and you got more of an issue, obviously, with me than it is my child, and it's hurting my child. When you hurt my children, you are hurting me. Yes, my other 2 children are by another man that is deceased. He was murdered. Everybody knows that. But I'm a hell of a mother. I raised the hell out of my kids. I take care of my kids by myself. I have a strong support circle. They got uncles, they got aunties. My mom is one of my biggest ones. My daddy. I have a big, strong support circle when it comes to my children. So there is times when I'm not at home. I'm working. My kids are at the house. They're chilling. They're doing all of this. But at the end of the day, I'm not perfect. Never have been. Never will probably be. But I'm a good mama. Second of all, what I mean by when I say the world looking at stuff and saying what they want to say and doing what they want to do with this and taking it here and running there and saying this and saying that, you looking from the outside in. My son attends school over an hour away from his father and stepmom. That's where I'm from. I don't have a problem and never have had a problem with them attending any events. They've always attended events. I've never had a problem with them coming by. I never had a problem with them dropping off. I meet them in Wilson, whoever it is. I don't call to say, who is it going to be today? Like, we just do it for the sake of my child.
All right, now I'm pausing real quickly because she's letting it be known how she has attempted to co-parent. She's never tried to block anything when it's time for the dad to get them every other weekend. Not like the bio mom came out here and lied and said that they raising this child. And it gets better. You guys make sure to stay tuned in because she's going to go through what happened before they even had that walk at that senior night. And I couldn't believe it. Let's continue.
That's what parents are supposed to do. When it came time for my son's senior night, I had to fill out a form at his school to explain what my son wanted to do after high school, what was his favorite moment in high school, and his mom and dad names to be announced at the game. At this time, usually the announcements are made during halftime, but they decided to do it, before the game. So I was like, let me call his dad, and I made sure that my son was in the car after practice. We called Daddy. Daddy answered the phone. We all talked. Sad thing about it is the daddy was like, yeah, I'm going to be there. Daddy was like, we all talked about this. Daddy never asked me like, oh, do you mind my wife walk on my arm or walk with us? Because don't get me wrong. My child likes his stepmom. That's nothing that I have never had a problem with. You're supposed to. I pray for that with every child in this world. Don't nobody want no evil stepmama. This ain't Cinderella and none of that. Who wants that for their child? Never do I want that. But at the end of the day, that's still my child. Another thing, we called the dad. This was 2-3 days prior to my son's game. The day of the game, I pull up to the game. I know that I get in for free. Mom and dad gets in for free. Before I could get there, my mom, calls me and just lets me know like she's already there. She just was looking for me. I wasn't there yet. I'm racing there. I done text the father earlier that day. Once again, nothing was mentioned about nobody wanting to walk with my child or attend to do this with us. None of this was ever mentioned. Me and my son's father tried to co-parent. Once again, it's not perfect, but we try. I don't know what influenced him to not say nothing to me, to not mention this to me. But when I got up to the gates to get into my son's game, all the teachers know me because I'm there. I go to his parent-teacher conferences. I have to take him. I have to fill out his paperwork. I got to sign his papers. I have to do everything. I even have to cash out for $7-8 for lunch almost every day. I got to pick him up. I got to drop him off in the morning. He does not stay in school district. So
does that sound like a mom that does not have custody? I cannot believe that this chick lied. Oh my goodness. Let's continue.
And my son still wants to play football for the school he started at. My son has still been taken to the school for the past 3 years. We stay 20 minutes away from his school. I don't make my son change schools or nothing. I'm a single parent, remind you. Second, let me keep going. So once again, I get to the game and I get up to the gates and the teacher's like, hey, ain't you John Mom? I was like, yeah, that's me. They're like, well, somebody already checked in for you as mom. So they looking off the
hell
paper,
no.
up and down the paper, and I see the name in clear daylight written in pencil, Morgan Price. Yes, wow. I had a problem with that. Yes, that was wrong.
Yes, it was.
So I'm now still trying to get a benefit of the doubt to get down there to the field to go tell my baby daddy, like, I don't know what's going on, but they still let me in for free. Thank you, Southeast. Got in for free, went on down there. Get down there, and she's standing on the field with my flower in her hand. Let's not, we didn't even mention that yet. My flower, the rose they give to mom, in her hand. She didn't say, his mom might be on the way, hold on, or something like that, because the dad knew. Nothing. They be running past me to go to the bathroom. I tried to stop him, like, hey, he's talking about, I gotta go to the bathroom. He kept going, like the person he's always been. I'm not calling nobody no names. I ain't trying to talk about nobody. I tried to already have a conversation right there with him about that, but he didn't want to do that. So I continued on about my business down to the field where I need to be at with my child. When I get down there, they have a checklist for the mom and dad that's walking with the child. It's a lot of people that got a co-parent, y'all. I get down there, it's thousands of people that got, thousands of people that got fucking step kids. They not on that field.
That's
they
right.
in the stands.
That's
they
right.
They stepping back. They taking pictures. They waving for their babies just like we are. That's not your child. So when I see her standing there with my rose and all that by herself waiting for draw, I walk up to the coach and I tell the coach myself, like, hey, it's about to be a problem. I'm not about to deal with this. This is my exact words. I was like, we have had issues. We got a court order. I don't even know why she's here. If I would have known about this, this could have been discussed before. It was a complete shocker for me. So as I'm doing this, obviously she's calling my kid's father to let him know or whatever. And then he's walking up and the coach is like asking my son right there, like, did you? My son was like, no, I want my mom and dad to walk. And that's all he said. He just said, I just thought it was going to be my mom and dad. He didn't say I did not want her to come with my dad. He didn't say none of that. That's still a stepmom. I don't discredit that. Never going to discredit that. Never. Need you. But yeah. Make a long story short, the coach said, okay, let me talk to the dad. You and mom go over there and get in line. So when the dad got down there, the coach pulled the dad to the side, tried to explain to him, like, look, we ain't about to do this. We ain't about to have no scene. Y'all kind of popped up on us with this. The man, so I guess he was trying to discuss it with his wife and talk to the coach, but he's now going back and forth with the coach where they're already calling names. This is about to be our turn to come up now. So we about to walk. They call a name. She's still standing there with him. He's crying, boo-hoo crying, tears all the way down his eyes, and my son's senior night at the tree. That's why he walked his face in the video. Let me look at it. Anyways, make a long story short, you're boo-hoo crying.
The daddy is a punk. How you crying instead of telling your wife, hey, go ahead and go to the stands. Let us do this. Wow. Let's continue.
You're acting like it's a big deal that we don't want your wife to walk with us or either whatever. So then once he's still like, man, why she can't walk with me? Why you got to be like this? The whole time they stood behind me and talked cash cold shit about me with my son on my arm. So not only did she do that, she walked back and forth, jumped side to side to try to get on my son's arm. In the beginning of the video, you see his father telling her like he ain't got to hold your hand or whatever. Yeah, I did say something. I'm not going to repeat what I said. But I meant what I said. That's my child. Another thing, it took a lot for me to not want to do things that I know would have put me in jail, gave me maybe another year with them trying to raise my child again. I didn't do that. The world eating your ass alive because, see, I didn't even come to Facebook first. I didn't post nothing. I didn't even tell them about how after the walk, the things that happened. How we was at the concession stands fussing, how y'all made comments about my son to his school peers.
Wow.
About his personal life. I ain't even go there on Facebook. And I'm not still gonna do that. I'm not here to discredit nobody. I'm not here to talk about nobody. I'm not here to be an influencer, go famous, be viral. None of that. When you went and posted on Facebook what you posted, and I wish I could put it up here, but let me see if I can read it. Child, everybody knows me. They know me. They know my mama. They know my dad, my family. Like, bro, I can't even do for my kids. When y'all trying to play with me that 1 year you had him in the 6th grade, baby, I wasn't playing. He was right back and rolled down here. It's not time for nobody to want to sit here and go back and forth about who my child live with. Everybody know my child live with me. Everybody know I take care of my child. What it was time to do was to get out there in that field.
That's right.
And let me, my son, and his dad have that one moment.
That's right.
That we have been waiting for. But nah, you showed up with the senior mom shirt. That was about more of you feeling like you're special. And no matter what, he wants you to know you are special to him. You are always going to be special to him. But that's not how you do it. Worrying about yourself. You called my son's school. You called my son's school an hour away. Plus, to add your name to get around because your last name was Price like my son because you married to his daddy. Well, how about you call and ask him how much he owed right now to the library so he can graduate? Come down there and ask them when is the next parent-teacher conference.
I know that's right.
I've been to. Them teachers tell me how my child is one of the most respectful child they've ever even seen. Do stuff like that. Then maybe I might can understand You even wanting to be down there with us. You even wanting to take a moment from him that he didn't want. He didn't want that. That's my child. And as the mama, I'm going to always respect and want to protect my child.
Period.
I'm sorry, you can't stop me from that. It's nothing. At the end of the day, I'm going to always do that. You hurt him. You hurt him when y'all did that. I ain't trying to be funny, but yeah, you should have put your foot down. Why didn't you say, let me go out here and do this? Stand, I even said she could stand right there and take pictures. Why didn't you go get on my baby daddy arm and tell him to hold his son hand?
Right.
Or walk with his son or whatever. Think about your son. Make this about him. So yeah, it took a lot for me to try to cover up my tears, to try to cover up how I felt with my emotions. Yes, my son was whispering to me, Mom, it's okay, we good. Yes, he told them that she was doing too much on the field. Yes. But you know what? I had to walk proudly. That's why I walk like that. For everybody to keep asking, I had to try to hold my head high and act like that shit was cool. But it won't. It won't. And you know what? I didn't think this video was about to be no viral type shit. I just posted it so you want to make a post talking about this, that, and the third line? Let me just post the truth. And it's sad that the world got to see it. The world got to see it.
Yes,
and
we
I
did.
ain't had to beat your ass because they ate it up.
Child, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what happened. That's the real. It ain't no more around it. Yeah, you got family and friends that's going to be on your side and tell what they want. Yes, my son goes down there every weekend and get a freaking every other weekend, and his daddy get him a haircut. Yes, every other weekend his hair come back slayed. I don't know if you're doing it or not. Thank you. It's nice. I don't do good with hair. But at the end of the day, I'm his mama.
Period.
You're a good person, mom, whatever, to your kids, obviously, because my child likes you. You're supposed to. You are his dad's wife. But as a person, as a mom, is know when to step back.
Period.
Know when to play your position. Know when to do your role. Because at the end of the day, with my child right now, waiting to get his driver's license and stuff, and I was just on the phone with his dad a month ago, like, hey, how long is it going to take for y'all to help add y'all to the car insurance so we can get him a car and get his license? Oh, our car insurance is too high. Our bills are high. Okay, I understand. That's what I said. But you know what I told my son? I'm going to still try to go hard and do it for you. I be DoorDashing every day, trying to get money so my son can get his damn license. I can continue to pay my bills, do this, do that, go get his car, do this, do that. Yeah, walk with me. Let's go. Do some of this shit I'm doing for this nigga. But that's my child.
Period.
And I mean it. I don't care if you was there with me the day I pushed him out. I don't care if you gonna be there for him to the day he die. I pray you are. My child. And that's what I meant. That's all. That's it. That's all. I'm tired of this shit. My baby asked everybody to leave this stuff alone. He sent a message out. He asked y'all, stay off of social media. It's over with now. And he know I didn't mean for it to go viral. I talked to him about it the same day. I had taught him in the car on the ride home from the game that night. Everything. We talked about this every day, all day. The school don't call them down there. I done talked to the school. They've apologized to me numerous times. Yes, they have. They did not want for this to go like that. Yes, my son was uncomfortable. Everybody keeps saying that. Obviously, he was. I would have been too. Put yourself in his shoes. We all was. I know I was. Right. Always. But come on. All I'm saying is, what happened was the people that know the real. Right is right, wrong is wrong. They saw it. It went viral. There it go. Toodles. Now, I'm still not going to be perfect after this. Life still ain't going to be perfect. But I know what? You do know I don't play by my children because that's my child.
That's our child. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. I will show you guys again the video now that you've witnessed what the biological mom had to say. And yeah, she did extremely well. Sorry about that. She did extremely well. That making sure that she kept her composure for her son as to not ruin his night, because I be damned if a chick go up there and call the school and then she show up before I show up and she got all of his senior memorabilia in her hand. She got the rose that's for the mom. She got the trophy. She got the number. It would have went down right there on that field. So you guys take a look at this again. I'll be back with a little more commentary.
A 4-year university study construction management, and again, to take anyone out. Up next, we have number 21. Organ rights. Electrical engineering.
Mom did amazing. She did amazing, and she said it. You heard her. She wanted to put them paws on. Okay. And I am just so grateful that she didn't ruin her son's, day. And it could have been ruined. And that's what the stepmom tried to do. If you did not see this, let me push play again for a quick second. This shirt says senior mom. So this is that Friday. The biological mom says she called her son's dad that Wednesday to even tell them about senior night. That means this chick went out that Thursday and got her a shirt made that says senior mom. I don't even see on the daddy's shirt where it says senior dad. That's some crazy fatal attraction type ish. Single, black, female type ish. What is it with folks that want to assume folks' identity? What is it with folks that want to overstep boundaries? I don't understand it. But the good thing is, this is the senior year for that boy. He will be graduating, and I can guarantee you this: dad and his wife probably won't even see that boy. You know what I mean? Because this did go viral worldwide, like the wife said. But you guys let me know, who do you feel like is in the right? Who do you feel like was wrong? I'm saying all day the stepmama was wrong. 6 years straight, you didn't buy a stitch of back to school clothing, make a doctor's appointment, go to any awards day, attend an open household, told him you were coming to 6th grade open house and didn't show up, attend a parent conference, call out of work because your son was sick, nurse your son back to good health, help with homework, help with school projects, cook dinner, discipline, say nighttime prayer. I ain't even got to keep going. All that shit was a lie. All of that is a lie. The biological mom, whatever happened when the boy was in 6th grade, had him to go live with his dad for 1 year. And after that, and since then, the dad gets his son every other weekend. That's some crazy-ish. And I'm glad that this did go viral, and I'm glad that it seems like the majority is absolutely on the biological mom's side, because this crazy stepmama lied. Anyway, you guys drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Please make sure you are subscribed, click that notification bell, share the video with your friends, and I'll chat with you guys soon. Bye.
Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat,
Chat with QT.
Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT.